So welcome to our first session, online session of gentle yoga for the body and the mind. Obviously, we're working our body, we're stretching, we're moving fluids and all that, but this is also really good for your mind, for your emotions, and for your nervous system. Yoga isn't just stretching, it's a lifestyle that you try to integrate throughout your day, not just when you're on your mat. So let's just go ahead and get nice and comfortable in a seated position. If crossing your legs is not for you and it's uncomfortable, you have some options. Hopefully you brought some pillows and some blankets with you. If you didn't, go run and get some. If you have yoga blocks, that works great. So if you have yoga blocks, what you can do is sometimes our hips and our knees are a little tight and we sit like this when we're cross-legged. So all you can do, you can just take your yoga blocks and put up underneath you if that makes you more comfortable. The blocks go three ways. So you got flat, here, and here. And that is throughout your entire practice. And there's no shame in using props. I am a prop queen. I wholeheartedly believe in using props. Tables, chairs, walls, whatever to practice. You know, it doesn't have to look like Instagram. Okay, yoga is not what it looks like on Instagram. I mean, it's beautiful the way some of the yoga teachers and the models are. But you know, let's be reasonable. You know, I'm 53. A lot of you are 53 or older, and some of you are younger, and it's not feasible to get into that, and it's intimidating to see yoga portrayed in that way. And it doesn't seem reachable, but it's totally reachable. And I started out many years ago. I don't even know how many years ago, 12, 13 years ago, maybe was my first yoga class. And I never in a million years thought that I would actually be teaching this stuff. But I am, and I love it. And it's changed my life. Not just because I'm a teacher, but just because it's changed my body, which I still have a lot more work to do. And it's changed my mind. It's changed my ability to respond to situations over reacting to them. So I don't have, my triggers aren't like this. There's space where I have time to breathe through it and think how I'm supposed to so I can problem solve. All right. I got off on a little tangent there. All right. Also, if your knees aren't an issue and it's just uncomfortable to sit like this, you can take a blanket as high as you want. I think this is a good level, and you can just sit up on it. Okay. And automatically your back should be a lot straighter because your knees go below your hips. Okay. So I'm going to stay right here. This is more comfortable for me. If you want to get more out of this, what you can do, instead of crossing all the way in, you can stack. So you can stack your legs like this. And it gives you a little bit more of a stretch here. So we're going to bring the shoulders back, bring them down, away from the ears, lengthen the spine, close your eyes if you want to, or you can just gaze on the floor in front of you. Tuck the chin slightly, just a little bit. A lot of times we're like this, you know, it's a computer thing, right? We're like this, or we're like this too much. So we're just going to kind of come in, tuck just a little bit, shoulders down, chest is lifted. Take your belly, bring it in. Oh my gosh, there's too much to do already. Okay. If this is uncomfortable, try your best to push through the discomfort. I can remember my first probably few years, well, first couple of years of practicing yoga. I used to hate just sitting. This was torture for me because I had no core, and I have, you know, my back does this, and it's got like a little curve in the bottom. And so this is my normal. So I have to really work at putting my belly in and engaging my core. All right, so sink down into your mat and feel your sits bones sinked into your blanket or the mat, and just sit quietly and just notice your breathing. Just Connecting with the breath. Noticing how it feels on each of the inhales and the exhales. Just noticing the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly as you breathe in and out. And then on your next inhale, just take a nice full breath here. And then slowly release that breath through the mouth. All the way out, bringing your belly button to the spine. Another deep inhale. Try to pull your breath from the lower lungs all the way up. So take a deep breath. Hold it. See if you can add some more breath. Take us some more breath. Hold it. Shoulders down. Lift. Hold. Come on, you can do it. Slowly release through the mouth, slower than the inhale. Hold. Let's do it again. Nice full deep breath in, lower lungs, upper lungs. Hold it. Slowly let that breath go, nice and slow. Like you're letting air slowly from a balloon. Release it all. Hold. One more time, big, full, deep breath in. Come on, make it count. It should feel a little bit better this time. Hold it. Add a little bit more. Hold it. And slowly let that breath go. Relaxing your shoulders from your ears. And then just go back to the natural rhythm of your breath. It might have felt a little uncomfortable at first, and that's okay. Sometimes when we first start, when we're a little anxious or we're a little tight, it's going to feel that way. But by the end of the practice, I want you to check in with yourself because we're going to do a little bit more breathing. And I want you to check in with yourself and see if it's a little bit more natural and a little bit more easy for you. Because remember when I first started practicing yoga that I really struggled with the breathing exercises at the beginning. It's just because my nervous system was really out of whack. And it just took me a while to relax. I held so much tension in my body. And by the end of the practice, I always felt like $1,000,000. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me get my screen. Sorry, y'all. My screen popped over. Well, hold on 1 second. All right, I don't know what happened. Okay, let's just keep going. Hopefully this is recording. If not, I do have another camera going. So I'm going to remove this, but if you want to still sit up on it, you can for this. And if your legs start getting a little bit numb, shake them out. It's part of the practice. But you can also, if you wanted to have your legs out straight for this, you can have them straight, you can have them here, whatever's comfortable for you. You can also go on a wall to hold you up a little bit. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to go from the head all the way down. So we're going to bring the shoulders down. So when I say bring the shoulders down, you notice that my shoulders kind of curve in a little bit. It's just poor posture from years and years of not holding myself upright. So what you want to do is you want to bring the shoulders up to the ears, hold them back, and then bring them down. And then that should correct that problem. And then your chest is lifted and the belly is in. So you need to be in perfect alignment or near perfect alignment when we're doing these poses so you can get into the muscles or the ligaments, whatever we need to get into. Some of us are, our joints are really flexible and maybe you can touch your toes without trying. That's not always a good thing because sometimes you're putting your load on your joints instead of in the muscles where they need to be. So I'll be prompting you to check your alignment throughout the practice. I'm a stickler for alignment because it's really important so you can get into those poses properly and get stretched out the way you need to. So we're going to bring the shoulders up and back. Again, we're going to tuck the chin slightly. It's not this, it's just here where the crown of your head is up to the sky. Okay. And then all we're going to do, we're going to take the right ear and we're just going to float it over to the right. So you're going to feel a stretch going down the side of the neck. Your ear might be down here. I'm locked up here, so I can't go very far. So this is where I'm at. If you want to have more, take your hand and just place it on your head. But you don't want to put any pressure here, okay? Your neck is very delicate, so you're just resting the hand. You can take this hand, you can bring it to the side. You want to go further, just put it in the, place your arm in the small of your back, and you'll feel it releasing here. Breathe, take a breath. And on each of your exhales, you're always going to relax into the poses. Now, a lot of times people will do this. You don't want to do that. So again, you're straight and it's just the neck. It's the only thing I'm moving right here, just the head and neck. And then we're going to turn and we're going to tuck in to that armpit. I'm placing my hand on top of my head. I'm not pressing, but just a little bit of pressure here. A little bit, and then you can start turning the head. You might get a crack, crackles, all kinds of crazy stuff can be happening here. Breathe through it, relax. And then you're going to slowly float the head back up, maybe make a circle or two. And then we're going to do the other side. So you're going to take that left ear, nice and straight, get your posture right. And then we're just going to take that ear and float it over to that left shoulder. I already feel pulling over here, pulling my shoulder back. I'm going to hang here for a second, give it a minute to just relax. See how my chin's up. I'm going to bring my chin, try that. So put your chin here, do it, feel where it's at. Nothing wrong with it. But then take your chin, start pressing it down a little bit. Oh, look at there. You really got into it that time, didn't you? Again, you can take your hand. If you want to go deeper, just rest it. Rest it on the head. None of this. Nice and straight. You can take your arm, small to the back. And what happens is that shoulder comes down, it drops down, so you can get a deeper stretch. Right here. And you can move it around a little bit. Be gentle. Everything's gentle right now. And then we're going to turn. We're going to tuck. And we're going to kind of go into that armpit, a little pressure on the top of the head. And again, just move it around. Find those little tight spots or big tight spots. See if you can stretch it and work it out. If you're hearing crinklies and cracklies, don't panic. It's okay. You're just working it out. And then flip the head back up. And then again, I like to make a semicircle. If you want to make a whole circle, you can. Just feels better for my old neck. Come around here. And then back to center. Shoulders down, lift the chest. We're just going to take the chin in a little bit and we're going to look to the right. See how far you can go. See if you can get your chin at your shoulder. And then take a breath. Look to the left, exhale. Notice the difference. So you can see my chin's going here. I'm not quite at that shoulder. So I have a little bit more of a block here. Inhale, exhale, other side. Inhale, exhale, other side. Here it goes. You see, I just got a little bit more. And then release. Now we're going to take that chin, we're going to tuck it under and just curl and just look at your chest. Relax. Maybe turn that head. Look at your arm, your shoulder, other side. Tuck that chin. See if you can get the chin tucking into your chest. And then release. And then again, we're going to lift up tall. So everything's lifted. Lift, extend here, extend your neck long like a turtle. You want to create space between the vertebrae. And then all we're going to do is bring the chin up. You can use your hands as resistance here. And then bring it down. This is a little trick that is always requested if you want to, especially ladies, if you want to work on your jowls and things like that. So I'm going to bring my shirt down here. You could take your fingers, hold right here. So you're just pulling down, grow tall, bring the chin up. And you'll feel more of a stretch. And then if you want to even come in here at your collarbone and do it, you won't go as far. Lift. And then release, and we're going to do the other side. So you're just going to place your hand on the left side, bring it down, and then lift, look up. And then place your hand on the right side, look to the right, left. Oh, that's tighter on me. I feel it more. So you might feel it a little bit more on one side than the other. Lift. And then release. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is just shoulder shrug. So you're going to just take your shoulders up to your ears, hold, squeeze, hold, squeeze, hold, squeeze, 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 create tension, and then relax and release. Just let it go. Take a deep breath, squeeze. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, just let it go. And then maybe make some circles, big circles. Hopefully they move. If you can't get good range of motion, it just means that there's more work to do. You might hear some crinklies. I do. Go the other direction. Big circles. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Big shoulders give me trouble. And then we're going to bring the arms out to the side, shoulders down, chest is lifted, fly away, ladies. And then we're going to bring it back and we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can be in cactus arms here. So when I say squeeze the shoulder blades together, this is what it looks like. All right, so I'm nice and tall. My arms are out, my shoulders are down, my chest is lifted, and I'm going to squeeze. So it's like you want to try to fit a pencil in between your shoulder blades here. So squeeze, lifting the chest. Lift, lift, lift. Come on, keep going. Squeeze. Shoulders down, lift that chest. And then next, we're going to take the right arm and we're going to put it over the left. So you're going to cross at the elbows. Okay. This might be enough for you. Okay. So this is kind of like the start. So you can bring it up here. And if you're getting a good stretch, stay here. This is fine. Like you want to go further, then you're going to take the back of the hands and place together. If you want to go even further, see if you can get the palms together. Hold here. This is separating those shoulders. This is a really good shoulder stretch. Hold it. Breathe. Nice deep breath. Release. Now we're going to take this right arm. We're going to bring it over to the left. Make sure your shoulder's locked in. Bring it down. You don't want it up here. Lock it in. And then we're going to bring it over. And then you're going to turn your head to the right. Woo! Use that arm as resistance. Pull it over. Feel the stretch in your neck and your shoulder. Back to center. Open up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come on. And then we're going to go left over right. Again, you can be here and you can bring the arms up. Y'all hear my shoulder crack? Gotta work on it. And then we're going to bring either the back of the hands together or the palms together. And then we're going to hang here. I'm just going to keep it simple right now. Hang here, breathe. Nice deep breath in. Exhale. Bring the shoulders down, relax. Relax into the pose. You don't ever want it to be painful. You do want to push it to your edge. So you need to find what your edge is. I usually, when I work with my private clients, I have a scale of 1 to 5. 1 is I really don't feel it, and 5 is get me out of here. 3 is about where you want to be. 4 is your edge, so you can kind of push it sometimes to your 4. Okay, it just depends. And then we're going to bring that left arm over to the right, and we're going to look to the left. Hold it here. Again, that shoulder needs to come down. Back to center. One more time. This time, can you clasp your hands together behind your back? So clasp your hands together. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lifting the chest, and then maybe see if you can bring those arms up while you're lifting the chest and squeezing. You want to hold that pencil in between those shoulder blades. Hold it. Maybe see if you can get your palms together. Squeeze. Come on. Breath. Exhale. Let it go. And then shake it out. Shake it out. You should be loosening up by now. Things should start feeling better. All right, let's go to the next thing. All right, let's do torso circles. Now, if you're in a flare up, just be careful. I want you to be mindful of where you're feeling. Even if you're smoldering or you still getting little pings and pain, just be mindful of where you feel them when you do this. But we're going to start loosening up the torso, because this is where your guts are. And a lot of times what happens is just heck, society in general now, right? We're on our devices and our computers and everything's forward. So everything's like this. Everything's caving in. But then we get a flare up, smoldering, gas, pain, bloating, whatever it is. If we have our diver problems going on, our gut problems, we automatically are like this. When our heart hurts or is broken, we're in. So we tend to cave in to protect all of our vital organs, right? But we need to be able to bring everything back out again, back where we're open. Give your gut space to do their job. And that's what we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to open you up. Hopefully, if you're constipated or if you have any gas or anything, we can kind of move that through a little bit more today. So I want you to be super aware of your rib cage and your waist, okay? And we're going to do torso circles. So we're going to take the rib cage. Well, let's do this. Let's do it in 4 parts. So first, let's just lift the chest and go forward. Shoulders back. Lift the chest and go forward. And then go back. Forward. And then go back. All right? So that's 2 right there. And then we have side to side. So we're going to take the rib cage, push it to the side. Take the rib cage, push it to the side. It may not go. You might be doing this, and that's okay. It just means we gotta open you up. Right here, right here. Here, you can hear my lungs. You hear that? Front, back, front, back. Now, go front, side, back. Front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Now make a torso circle. I know that seems simple, but some people have a really hard time accessing their rib cage and everything because everything's been so locked up for so long. So just big circles. When you come into it, lift that chest as an inhale, and this is an exhale. So inhale up, exhale, bring it down. Now we learn to go that way. Let's go this way. Might be a little bit difficult. So front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Now just start making circles. Again, if you're feeling any discomfort or pain, maybe do little ones. Maybe just do front, back, side, side, but try to get some circles in and just loosen up. There we go. Now we're going to take, and we're going to get the sides. Take your right hand, place it on the floor. And if this is hard for you, have a block or a pillow. Pillow will work to raise you if you need to be raised up. So take your hand, place it on the floor. Nice and strong, shoulder back, and then we're going to take that left arm and we're just going to bring it up. So just the act of bringing the arm up, you should already feel a stretch. So we don't need to be doing all this yet, okay? So just the act of bringing that arm up, you should feel a stretch. Now I have a restriction. You see I have some shoulder issues going on, so I'm not going all the way up as much. So you go as far as you can go. You might can go further than me. And then I want you to take your fingertips and I want you to reach for the pretend $100 bills that's up there. So reach for that $100 bill. You just got more stretch, right? Hand down. Now we're going to bring it over. Take the fingertips, reach the sidewall. Here we go. Hold yourself up. If you can go further, you can come down on your forearm. Reach, looking down, or look up. Make sure when you're holding yourself up in these yoga poses that you don't collapse into them. Okay, so you're still strong because we just worked this. We don't want to undo it. Reach, reach, reach. Take a breath. Exhale. It's a great stretch. Opens, depending on where it's at on you, but it could go all the way from the hip, all the way up to the fingertips. Hold here. You want to get a little bit more, take your hand, pull it back. Look up. Woo. And then release. Let's do the other side. So your left hand is down, right hand goes up to the sky. Reach up to the sky, reach, reach, reach. Reach the $100 bill. You should feel a stretch. You can stay here if this is enough for you. Okay. Or take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring it to the side. Take those fingertips, reach the sidewall. Again, you can be here like this, like this. Find what works for you. Hold here, nice and strong. Again, we're not collapsing down. We're holding our frame. Reach, take a breath. Notice the difference in one side and the other. So a lot of times you're going to be tighter. And that's just a clue of how you're carrying your body and what you need to work on. Again, you can bring that hand back a little bit, open up a little bit more. Come on. That's not exactly gentle, but depends on how far you want to go with it. A nice deep stretch. And then release. All right, so now we're going to do a spinal twist. Now, I want to give you options with the spinal twist because some of y'all, if you tend to be constipated, like you have poop kind of hanging out in there, if you're smoldering, if you're in a flare-up, I would think it's better for you to do an open twist as opposed to a closed twist. And so I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm used to sitting with my legs crossed, so my clients do too, so they get used to it. So I'm fine, but if you need to shake your legs out, do that real quick. Okay. Actually, let's do the twist with our legs straight. Let's just do it like this. It'll be easier. All right. So let's take, and we're going to bend that right knee. Bring your booty back. So bring that right knee. If you got belly issue, just take your belly, bring it over here. Okay. The leg is straight. So let's do an open twist first. Okay. So open twist means we're going this way instead of going that way. Everything's open. You're not going to be squeezing on your gut so much. So we're going to take the left hand, we're going to just bring it behind us. So a lot of people in yoga, you'll see them when they're doing their twists, they'll be hanging out here. They're putting their weight on the hand. You don't want to put any weight on the hand. It's just for balance, honestly. It's not really doing anything. It's kind of like a little bit like a kickstand. So hold here. You can grab your knee, or if you can get it around here, grab the whole thing, lift, shoulders down, take a breath, and then slowly twist to your left. Now you should still feel that in your spine. But what's happening is this is open and it's not squeezing so much, and it's not gonna, if you're constipated and you got poop in there, you don't want to move the poop around and get in a pocket and things like that. I had a chiropractic adjustment one time, and he did it, one of those, where he does you on a twist, and I almost went in a flare up for that. So I'm like, okay, there's something to that. I was constipated that day. It's right here, hold it. And then release. Now, if we do a closed twist, so those of you who are feeling okay, and if you want to try it, you can try it, even if you have little symptoms, but I want you to go very light with this one. So it's the same thing, but we're doing the opposite way. So we're going to grab, we're going to hold on here, you can be here, to that right knee. You're going to use your little kickstand just to hold up. Take a deep breath in, grow tall, and then exhale, we're going to twist. And we're going to look over that shoulder. You could get deeper into this pose. And you could pull that knee in, and you can get a little stretch here too. But you see what happens when I'm twisting everything into that leg, and everything's getting squished a little bit more. So just be careful with that one. Let's switch sides. We're going to do both. All right. So bring the knee in. That left knee goes in. We're going to do an open twist first. Hold on. And you can be here, or you can just grab it with your arm. Put your kickstand on, take a deep breath, go tall, exhale, and just twist. Notice the difference in that side when you do an open twist compared to a closed. And then release, grab hold of that knee, or hand goes behind your back, take a deep breath. Always grow tall and get in alignment before you do your twist. You don't want to do your twist like this. Well, I just got a crack though. Grow tall, take a breath, and then exhale, twist. See the difference in one side or the other compared to a closed and an open twist. So you need to kind of figure out where you are in your process and decide how you want to do these twists. I'll give the option each time when we do these classes. I'll try to be mindful of that. And then release. Soles of the feet together. Lift up nice and tall. And again, you're just going to come down. You're always lifted. Come down slowly. You can bring your elbows, pressing the knees down. And again, a lot of people will come into this pose like this. Let me show you the difference. And you'll get a stretch in the inner thighs when you do that. You know, a lot of people, you'll see them like this. But I'm not getting the ideal stretch doing that. So if I lift my chest and I'm nice in alignment and I lead with my heart, I don't go down as far, but look how much more of an intense stretch I get. And then, like, I can't go any further. This is it for me. If I want to relax into the pose, then I might come down and relax into it. And whoa, that's way deeper than coming into it like that. All right. And then release. All right, let's just do some simple cat cows. Those are really, really good for digestion. And again, to open up this whole area. So what you're gonna do, you come on your hands and knees. And you want, so when you're doing any kind of floor exercises for yoga, make sure that your fingers are nice and wide when you place your hand down, okay? You see that right there? That's just a problem with that I have. You actually need to be here, and I'll show you that when we get going. Make sure that your hands are nice and wide and that you're pressing the pads and of your hands into the floor, okay? So your palms are right below your shoulders, okay? Now, I don't know if you can see this. Let me show you from here what this looks like, but I want y'all to take a look at yourselves. So look down at your elbows as you're holding yourself up. So you see this elbow is damn near going that way. And this one is kind of going that way. So when I'm doing my practice, I have to be very mindful of what my elbows are doing. So what you want to do is you want to turn them in to face each other. And you're going to feel those triceps engaged. Look. Woo, look at that. Wow. Okay. So that's what you're working with when you're doing the poses. When everything's like this, when everything's out of alignment, that's in my wrists, that's in my elbow, my shoulders all jacked up. So try your best to be mindful of your position. And I'll remind you, and you're going to see my elbow pop out, and I won't notice it until I do. Okay, that's just something that I have to be aware of, and I haven't been able to get everything completely straightened out yet. All right. Palms are below your shoulder, knees are below the hips. Look in between your legs. You can't see your feet. So your feet aren't out here and they're not in. They're parallel. Okay. You're pushing through those palms. Push through the palms. This isn't just I'm just kind of hanging around. Push. This is an active pose. Okay. Tabletop, you just have a straight spine here. So then we're gonna, let's do a cow first. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop your belly and your booty goes up into the air. See how it curves up into the air? Let's just do the lower body. Let's worry about the lower body right now. And listen, that might be enough for you right now if you're smoldering or if you're in a flare up. This right here, maybe stay here, okay? But get this first here. We're going to push through the palms. We're going to bring the shoulders back and we're going to lift that chest. Okay? And then exhale, we're going to tuck our chin, round the back, push, tuck that chin to your chest, push, push, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. And lift for cow. Make sure their shoulders are back. Exhale, squeeze for cat. Push through those palms. Come on, this is an active pose. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. And then release. It's great for digestion. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our right hip and we're going to kick it out to the side. Okay? Let's see if y'all can see that. Let me do it from here. So take that right hip, kick it out to the side. Okay? We're still here. I'm still working on this. And then I'm going to look around my shoulder and I'm going to look at my hip. You're going to get a nice stretch over here. You might even get a stretch right here. Okay? Look at that hip. And then release. And we're going to do the other side. So you're just going to kick that hip out and you're going to look around at it. And then release. And then now we're going to stabilize our hips. So the hips are stable. We're not kicking anything out. Hold it here and then look around at that hip. You're going to feel that a little higher up in the rib cage. Simple, simple little exercises to open up your torso. Give your guts room to breathe. Other side, hips are stable. Look around at them. Ooh, tight. And then back to neutral. So now let's move our wrists a little bit. So see, if you're going to take your hand, you can come back here if you want to, and turn it the opposite way where your fingers are facing your knees. Okay, are you able to do that? Maybe tuck your toes. Let's do a 2 for 1. Tuck your toes. Just kind of move back a little bit. You might be here. If that's too much, you can just be just like this. You can take a pillow. You can be here if you want to. Okay. But I find if you use the floor really well. Woo. Let's pull back. And then what I like to do, I like to start bringing my hands up, get my fingers, everything. And then again, I'm just stretching my toes. You can be here if this is too much for you. Some people's toes might even be here. You might not even be able to stretch your toes. Doesn't mean you can't ever do it. But try to get your toes tucked under and see if you can come back. It's torture. No doubt. Torture pose. It's great for the feet and toes. Again, you can be. This is a little less torturous. If you take a pillow and put up under there. And then bang your feet out. Back to table. And then we're just going to come into a child's pose. When I'm giving y'all some options today, so when we do get in our practice a little bit more of a flow, you'll kind of know what your body can do, okay, and what feels good for you. So try these different modifications and poses to see what feels good for you. All right, so you're on your hands and knees. So a child's pose, you can bring your knees together, your heels are together, and you can just come down just like this. Okay, so this is a child's pose. This is a child's pose. This one's nice. This might be uncomfortable for you. I get it. Hello, under the rear. Less uncomfortable. You can put them under the knees. So you have options with your, I know sometimes it's hard for people to get into child's pose. You can bring a blanket under your knees. If this is uncomfortable for you, and come into your pose here. You can bring a blanket under your chest if you want to bring a blanket under your chest. Right here. Actually, this is really good if you do have pressure and gas and things like that. This is really good. You can tuck it under right here and then come down. Your head won't come down. Get a pillow, block, whatever. Make it work. Okay. Now, I personally like a wide-legged child's pose, and I think it's a great pose if you want kind of let your guts get a little bit of space and hang down. So try that. So your feet are still together, but you're going to take your knees to the edge of the mat, okay? Or here, wherever it is for you. And then you're going to come into your pose. Try to keep your booty down on your feet if you can. If they come up, it's okay. That's just part of the process. Mine used to come up. And then you're going to sink down, forehead down, and see if you can let your belly relax and just let it go. Take a nice deep breath in, relax, let it go. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Full deep breath in, release.
Notice when you're taking your breath. See if you can send the breath to the back of the lungs. So expanding the back of the lungs. So watch the back of my lungs here. Take a nice deep breath. Release. See if you can sink the chest down a little bit. Your elbows can be bent. Play around with the arms. Maybe you want them closer together. See how that feels. Ooh. Nice stretch in the arms and shoulders here. Put the palms together. Perhaps you want to walk the elbows forward a little bit and then bring your hands in prayer behind your head. That's a nice stretch in the shoulders and the arms. If you do have some pinching, you want to kind of work that a little bit. Bring your hands down to the floor and then bring them up. Now let's go into let's get our sides. So we're gonna take we just go to the right of the mat, maybe the right corner or the right edge of the mat. Left hand goes on top, and then you're gonna sink down. You can bend the elbows if that's too much for you. If you take the top hand, the opposite hand on top, you get a nice stretch going down that side. Release on the exhales, sink down. Ooh, that shoulder is tight. If you want to go a little bit more, take that left shoulder and just kind of bring it up. Maybe turn your head. Get a little bit more. And then we're going to walk the opposite hand to the other side. Release. Ooh, that's tight. All this movement and stuff got me jacked up a little bit. It's good for me to do this weekly with y'all. Me teaching this online forces me to get on my mat and do it with you. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Sink that chest if you can. Again, maybe bring the shoulder up. Woo! That was a 4. And then bring it one more time back to the center. See if you can get your chest down. If you're a novice and you're super flexible, you might want to try a puppy pose. You can stay in the child's pose if you want, but a puppy pose, you can go a little bit deeper. So basically, you're coming back on your hands and your knees. And you know how you watch the dog come down like this. This is a puppy pose. My shoulders are a little bit restricted, so I can't quite get down. But you're walking it down and you're trying to get your chest. You can be here. You can have your head down. This is fine. This is a nice stretch. You can move your hips side to side. See if you can sink that chest down. You're going to get more opening with that. So everything's going to get open when you do that pose. All right, so let's just go ahead and go on our back side.
Get a couple more in. Did a lot of explaining today. So when you're coming down on your back, I want you to do it deliberately. So lift up nice and tall, grab the thighs, and then I want you to roll it down one vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Might get a crack and a pop. Right here. And then bring your knees into your chest. This is really good for gas. It'll let the wind go if you need to. You're at home, do what you need to do. Just bring them in. Take some breaths. And then we're going to extend the left leg long. You hear my hips pop and crack. Ugh, gotta work on that. All right, so bring your knee into your chest. This is really good for gas too. You should feel a nice little stretch right here. Feels good. If you want to go deeper into this pose, take your knee and drive it towards that right armpit. So you're going to bring that hip out and get it out of the hip, knee out, and then bring it in right here. And see if you can still, sometimes we want to go like this, see if you can still keep that hip and that glute down, and you'll get a nice stretch. You can bring your arm out right here. Let's do our ankles while we're here. Other way. And while we're here, let's do a half of a happy baby. Shall we? So bend the knee. We're going to bring the foot up into the air here. Just depends. You can grab here. You can grab your ankle, inside of the foot, outside of the foot, big toe, whatever you fancy. See if you can get that knee out and sink in. You want to be at a 90-degree here. You can have the leg straight. You can have the knee bent. You can even bring the foot to the side and let that knee fall for a really intense stretch here. Drive that knee towards the floor. I know. It's good. You might get some gas. That's okay too. This opens everything up. You have pelvic floor type issues. Yoga is great. We do a lot of these types of exercises and we'll start strengthening that pelvic floor. We can do a whole class on pelvic floor if you want to. And then release, bend that knee and just take your ankle and place it on your knee, just like that. So you're crossed over. See if you can reach up underneath that thigh or grab the knee, and then we're just going to bring it straight in. Hold here. You're going to get a nice stretch right here on this opposite glute. If you have sciatica, this is what you do. This is it. If you want to go deeper into this stretch, take your opposite hand, press on that knee as you pull in. You're really going to feel it. It's really, really intense. Hold. And then release. And we're just going to do the opposite side. So you're going to strengthen that right leg. Take that left knee, bring it into your chest to start. So going straight in. You can stay here. This is it. This is you. This is you. Hold it here. Okay, let's get our ankle in on it. Ankle circles. Other side. Crack, crack. Cracking, popping. All that stuff is normal when you're doing yoga. You're just getting the body moving. Sometimes it's not been moved in a long time. All right, we're going to take that knee. You can stay here. This is fine. If you want to go deeper, take that knee. And we're going to drive it in to the side, close to that armpit. So I'm bringing it into that armpit. My leg is still down. I'm getting a deeper stretch. All of this is opening up. Bring your arm out to the side if you want.
Take some breaths, relax. We're almost done. And then let's go into another happy baby, half of a happy baby, just a half. Bend that knee just to get your stability. We're gonna try to get that foot. Can you get it? You might be here. If this is you, then this is you. That's okay. And I feel something just here. Okay? Let's see if you can get that knee bent. Drive it down. Maybe the outside of the foot. Maybe the inside of the foot is you. Figure out what's you. Hang here. Again, if you want to take the side of your foot, the opposite foot, and then let that knee fall over very gently. Relax. You'll open all this up. Drive that knee towards the floor. That's all I can do. I can't go any further. If you can get this, if I get a 90-degree, that's not going anywhere. That's done. That's it for me. Just hold here for a few minutes, or a few breaths. All right, we're gonna bend the knee, foot on the floor, take that ankle, place it right there on the knee. And look, this might be you. This might be enough for you, and that's okay. But if you can reach up underneath that thigh, see if you can grab that sucker and bring it on in. The more you pull in, the more you're gonna feel it. And just notice the difference on one side or the other. Like you see my knee is facing more that way, is because I'm a little bit tighter right here in my hip. So again, you can pull that knee in, pull in, and then place your hand on the opposite leg and push as you pull gently, and you'll get a really deep stretch right there. Go, it wraps around the hip more when you do this. And then release, bring your knees into your chest. Inhale, exhale. Feet down on the floor, knees are bent, hands are beside you, arms are straight. I'm gonna just do a bridge pose. So all we do here, we're just gonna take our hips and we're just gonna lift them off the floor. Pressing down, press into the heels. Lift the hips, lift, squeeze. So I'm squeezing my glutes. My thighs are engaged. Everything's coming this way. Now, if you're smoldering or you're flaring, you might feel a little something there. Look what gravity's doing. Gravity's putting your guts up this way. This is good. This is good. This is what you want. Give them some space. They're always hanging in here. Let them fly. Hold here. Squeeze those glutes. Let it burn. A little bit of burn is good for you. Come on. And then slowly let it down, starting at the top of the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Be deliberate. Come on. Control. All the way down. Pressing the small of the back into the floor. And let's do it one more time. Inhale, lift. Hold it. Breathe. It's good for strengthening the lower back too. And then slowly release. One vertebrae at a time. And then bring your knees into your chest. Maybe go side to side. Happy baby. No, it's not really happy baby. I call this happy paw. I have a client that likes to do this, and he's in his 70s and he'll roll around the mat. And we call it happy paw. And then release. And let's bring your arms above your head. Stretch for a full body stretch, like somebody is pulling on both ends. You got your feet in your hands, and they'll stretch and reach. Take a nice deep breath. Stretch, release, relax. Grab your right wrist, pull it to the side, maybe take your head, put it to the corner of your mat, your feet go to the corner of your mat. Pull, little stretch here. Inhale, exhale. Other side, take your feet, corner of the mat, same side, your booty's staying down, so this is staying put. Now I'm gonna take the upper body, bring it up. Grab that wrist, or you can just bring your hands together. A little bit of a pull here. Ooh, yeah. You should feel that going all the way down the side. Mm. You want all this open. You don't want this tight. You know, you got your diver there. You want to give it some space. And then release. And then you can just let your legs fall out to the side. Arms are out to the side. And just come into Shavasana here. Just relax. You can bring your feet together if this is more comfortable for you. You can be here. You can take pillows. Put up underneath your legs. This is super comfortable here. And just hang here. You can bring your hands on your heart. Out to the side. And just feel your body connecting with the mat. Allowing yourself to relax. Feeling weightless. Now just noticing your breathing. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest and your belly with each inhale and each exhale. Noticing the temperature of the breath. The sound that it makes. Now deepen your breath. Let's take a nice full deep inhale here. And then slowly release. Relaxing your body and just letting yourself go. Another full deep inhale. Hold this one. And then slowly let that breath go. As you allow yourself to melt into the mat. One more time. Full deep breath in. Hold it. Now slowly let that breath go. As you allow all the tension to melt away from your body. And then just go back to the natural breathing. Nothing forced. Just breathing naturally. Now take your awareness to your head and just relax the brain. Allowing your thoughts to be there, unattached. Just observing them. Relax the scalp, forehead, eyebrows, and the eyes. Relax your cheeks, temples, and your ears. Relax your right ear. Now your left ear. Relax your mouth. Now your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Allow your tongue to lightly rest the roof of your mouth. Relax your whole face. Now relax your neck,
throat, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, and your belly. Relax your chest, your arms. Now the elbows, forearms. Relax your wrists, hands, and your fingers. Relax your hips, your pelvis. Take your awareness to your internal organs. Maybe imagine a beautiful golden light, healing, any discomfort, pain, inflammation that you might be experiencing. Take a breath. Exhale. See if you can relax the internal organs. Let it go. Relax the thighs, the backs of the thighs, knees, the backs of the knees. Now the shins and the calves, both of the ankles, tops of the feet, soles of the feet, and each of your 10 toes. Relax over and over again for your breath. Just start at the tips of your toes and slowly scan your body to the top of your head and see if you can find any other areas that are uncomfortable, tight, or just are stuck that you need to release and let go of. When you find a spot, just send your breath to it and relax that area. Just go slowly as you scan your body. Sometimes we don't even realize we're holding on to tension. Be gentle with yourself. And when you discover it, just let it go.
And slowly come back to yourself. And just feel your body making contact with the floor. Feel the different body parts touching the floor. Maybe the back of the heels or the feet. Feel your legs, your glutes, your back touching. Feel the back of the head. Just notice your breathing. Maybe even deepen your breaths a little bit. Notice the sounds that are close by. The sounds that are in the distance that you can hear without any strain. And then start wiggling your fingers, your toes. Slowly waken the body up. Maybe move your head and your hips. Straighten the legs out. Reach your arms over your head for a nice full body stretch here. Big deep breath. Reach. Oh. And then exhale, bring the knees into your chest. Go side to side. You can take your knees, massage the lower back. Go in and out. Let's go the other direction. And then when you're ready, just curl up in a little ball on whichever side is calling out to you. So just turn to your side. Pull up in a little ball. Take a couple of breaths here. I'm going to slowly come up. So this is how you're going to get up. So you're going to straighten that top leg long, okay? So just straighten it long. You're going to take whatever top hand is here, put it right here, maybe in front of your face or neck. This is your support. You're going to push off, leg is straight, and then that will get you up. Ooh, a little bit of a mess there. Come into a seated position. Head is up. Thank you so much for joining me today for our very first live yoga session. I hope you enjoyed it. We did a little bit more explaining today. I am a little bit of an explainer. I do think it's important to have the alignment. But if you want to stick around and ask me some questions, that's fine. Or email me or post in the group. If you're having if you found during this practice that certain things bothered you or you couldn't do them, reach out to me. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can find some modifications for you. If you have any injuries, limitations or anything like that, let me know. And again, I could come up with some modifications. We can come up with a class for you. I'm going to do all different kinds of themes and see what we can come up with. But I need you to communicate with me and let me know what you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to come up with whatever's in my noggin. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday and a wonderful week. This is recorded, so you can watch it as much as you like to and practice with me. I'm going to get a whole library together that you'll be able to access these videos. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.